Welcome to the Old Coins Explorer, the ultimate treasure hunt. Here we are exploring the hidden secrets about old and rare coins. Must watch till the end, and don't forget to subscribe and share the video. Did you know the 1965 Washington $quarter coin might be sitting in your pocket, and it could be worth way more than just 25 cents? While most 1965 quarters are made from common copper-nickel clad and don't carry any mint mark, a few rare ones hide incredible value that could fetch you hundreds or even thousands of dollars if you know what to look for. In 1965, the United States Mint made a major change in how coins were produced. Silver prices were skyrocketing, and people had begun hoarding coins made with precious metal. To prevent a coin shortage and control costs, the U.S. government passed the Coinage Act of 1965, which eliminated the use of 90% silver in quarters and dimes. Instead, quarters were now made with a copper-nickel clad composition. But during this transitional period, a small number of 1,965 quarters were mistakenly struck on 1964 silver planchets. These rare error coins have become one of the most sought-after collector items in the hobby. To understand the value of the 1965 Washington quarter, it's important to know its composition and specifications. The standard copper-nickel version of a 1965 quarter weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and a reeded edge. The rare error version struck on a silver planchet weighs 6.25 grams, the same as the pre-1965 silver quarters. That difference in weight might seem small, but it's a key to identifying one of the rarest quarters ever made by mistake. Collectors and coin dealers often start their search by weighing 1965 quarters. If the coin is heavier than 5.67 grams and closer to 6.25 grams, chances are it might be a silver error coin. Several of these silver 1965 quarters have been certified and sold at auction for thousands of dollars. One example sold for over $7,000, and another piece in near mint condition fetched more than $5,000. These errors are rare, but not impossible to find. Even if your 1965 quarter isn't a silver error, it can still carry decent value in the right condition. Uncirculated examples, especially those graded MS-66 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, can sell for a lot more than face value. In lower uncirculated grades, you might see prices around $10 to $50, but higher grades can go well into the hundreds. An MS-67 example might bring around $400, while an MS-68 version could reach over $5,000 due to its extreme rarity in such pristine condition. There's also a special mint set version of the 1965 quarter. These coins were not made for circulation but were included in special sets sold directly to collectors. These coins have a distinct finish with sharper strikes and smoother surfaces. While they generally aren't as valuable as some of the rare errors, they still hold collector interest, especially in high grades. Besides silver errors, the 1965 quarter also has other varieties and minting mistakes that attract attention. Off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned on the blank planchet, are popular. A 10% off-center strike might fetch around $90 in mint state condition, while more dramatic examples could exceed $300. Broad strike errors, where the coin is struck without a properly formed rim due to a collar failure, can also be valuable, sometimes listing for more than $200. Another rare and valuable mistake is a quarter struck on the wrong planchet, for example, on a dime or a nickel blank. These are incredibly rare and can sell for several $1,000s if authenticated and graded properly. There have been reports of such coins selling for over $7,000. Doubling errors, such as a double die obverse or reverse, are also highly collectible. These occur when the die used to strike the coin has a duplicated image, causing letters or numbers to appear doubled. For the 1965 quarter, some known examples have doubling on the words Liberty or In God We Trust, or even on the date. A double die obverse in 58 Australian dollars grade might be worth $360, while a mint state MS-65 version could sell for around $720 or more. The market for these coins has stayed strong because of their historic significance and unique minting quirks. A 1965 silver quarter is especially desirable because it wasn't supposed to exist. Transitional errors like these are extremely rare, and their mystique adds to the value. They represent a moment of change in the history of U.S. coinage, and collectors love owning a piece of that story. If you think you found a valuable 1965 quarter, the first step is to weigh it. A standard digital scale that measures in grams can help you determine whether it's a clad or silver version. Next, check the edges of the coin. Clad quarters usually show a copper-colored stripe along the edge, while silver quarters have a solid silver appearance. Finally, avoid cleaning the coin, as this can reduce its value significantly. Instead, store it carefully and consider sending it to a grading service. Beyond its market value, the 1965 Washington quarter is a fascinating artifact. It captures a pivotal time in U.S. history, when economic forces and precious metal values influenced how everyday money was made. For collectors and enthusiasts, the coin is more than just pocket change. It represents a transition from one era to another, from silver to clad, from traditional minting to modern mass production. Even new collectors can find joy in searching for this special coin. It's a reminder that treasures can still be found in ordinary places, sometimes even in your spare change.